Hello and welcome to Odds on Bundesliga 17th match day, the last one of 2021. So let's analyze again all the games with Radek Vegas and of course with you. Let me know what you think about the games in the comment section and don't forget, press the like button and subscribe to our channel. And now let's go on with the show. Last video, Radek, with you in 2021, last match day also of the year in the Bundesliga and in the first round of fixtures. How are you, Radek?
I'm good. Last game there was really good, and our bets were winning, most of them. Unfortunately, my double bet just not won the 16 odds because Frankfurt scored one goal more than Gladbach. Was really close to be a draw there because Frankfurt also had a red card and Gladbach could have made the equalizer. But anyway, I'm happy with the single bets, and I'm happy to celebrate Christmas after this game day and wish you the best for now, and let's start.
Let's try to make some money then to finish the year in Germany. Starting on Friday, we have Bayern Munich, Wolfsburg. Bayern, they are gonna close a great year. It could have been better probably if Lewandowski didn't get injured for the fixture in the Champions League against PSG, but concerning the Bundesliga, they have it again in their pocket. They thrash Stuttgart with 2 goals more scored by the Polish striker. And now, I guess, Radek, we should expect another heavy victory because Wolfsburg are really bad. 𝐿𝐭𝐿 is not turning around what Van Bommel did. Six straight defeats for them. Really bad.
Yeah, unbelievable big. And the best thing about this was that they scored 2 goals against Cologne after scoring only 1 goal in the pre-last 3 games. And Wolfsburg is, not in a good form at the moment, and I don't expect them to win in Munich. That's why the bookmakers only give us odds of 1.15 on Bayern Munich win. That's insane low, and Bayern is not doesn't have to play a good game here, and they might win. And I remember about 6 years ago or something like that, when Lewandowski was just substituted into the game against Wolfsburg and scored 5 goals in not even 10 minutes. Maybe he likes Wolfsburg, and maybe it's the best thing just to bet on Lewandowski scores. I think the odds will be very low, but it's a kind of sure thing, I think, and not betting on any other things in this game.
Not even goals, not even both teams to score, in your opinion here?
Yeah, this can be an option because 1.9 on both teams to score is really attractive. And as we know, Bayern Munich, they mostly concede some goals. I thought they will concede a goal against Stuttgart. And unfortunately, Stuttgart was not their day. And I think Wolfsburg, no matter how many losses they have, they still have some good players and the opportunities to score a goal. And maybe in games against Bayern Munich, even if a team is on a bad streak like Wolfsburg, they will fight more, and they are kind of, we don't have any chance, so we fight till the end. And that's why I can imagine that Wolfsburg could be able to score, and that's why I like the odds of 1.9 here as well. Yeah.
Good, especially having Weghorst in the pitch. Then on Saturday, Frankfurt, Mainz. At the end, Eintracht Frankfurt, they are gonna end up the year very close, or even in European spots. They are in a great run, as you mentioned at the beginning. They beat Gladbach 2-3 after beating also Leverkusen. So only 1 defeat in the last 10 games in all competitions. But this is a tough game against Mainz, one of the best teams, I would say, in 2021.
Yeah, great. And I really love that Frankfurt is on a good run, because they had a really bad start in the season, and they came back. They calm, and they work good, and that's why they maybe can even go higher in the year 2022. And what about Mainz? We also have a derby here. Frankfurt and Mainz are close, about I think 50 miles away. So it's always a interesting game between these two teams, and mostly in the last games Mainz was better in this game, but the last one I think Frankfurt won, and or no, it was 1-1. Okay, but anyway, Mainz is always a tough opponent for any team now, so that's why I don't like the favorite odds on Frankfurt here, because we see at the standings we have a game between 6 and 7 in the standings, and so anything else as a draw is no option to bet, not even on Mainz, because Frankfurt is too strong at the moment, and not on Frankfurt because they are also strong, and that's why best thing to do is betting on a draw with 3.78. Normally I put 1/3 of a unit on a draw, but in this case I really would bet more, because I can't see any team winning, and in this case we have the best chances to see a draw.
Okay.
And it would be just a half of a unit, and that's more than 1/3, but not over betting, and so that's okay.
Okay, last 5 away games of Mainz, by the way, 4 defeats and only 1 victory against Bielefeld. So they struggle a little bit when they are traveling. A team that is struggling a lot in the Bundesliga is Furth now. They are facing Augsburg after the first victory of the season against Union Berlin. As we know, they lost against Dortmund as expected, but Radek, this is a massive game for Augsburg. They must get the points to get out of the playoff spots after the good point that they got against Leipzig. Actually, they are not in bad form at all. Only 1 defeat in the last 5 games.
Yeah, and you have to name their opponents. They beat Bayern Munich at home 2-1, and they collected a point yesterday against Leipzig 1-1. They were a little bit lucky because they got a penalty, and Leipzig had a lot of chances, and Leipzig is really one of the worst away teams. But anyway, Augsburg also was winning at Cologne, and Cologne is a good home team. And in Furth, for sure they are favorite, but I'm really surprised that the odds on Augsburg are that high, as we only saw 1 victory of Furth, and on the other hand we have a team not being beaten by Bayern and Leipzig. So yeah, I really don't understand the bookmakers here, but that's good for us. So betting on Augsburg, Asian handicap 0, or draw no bet on Augsburg is 1.8, and this is one of the best bets I've seen for a long time, as Augsburg is really on a good streak, and Fürth is not really a first-class team or a Bundesliga team, and that's why this is a wonderful odd.
Great. Perhaps you also like the odds for Hoffenheim in the next game. Hoffenheim, Gladbach, because Gladbach going down, down, and down. Maybe 𝐜𝐿𝐴 even loses his job because the strike is terrible. And Hoffenheim, they can end up the year also in Champions League spots. They got a good point against Leverkusen before that. 4 consecutive victories, so they are in great form, and the odds for them to win is 2.3.
Yeah, and that's totally correct and deserved, as I watched Hoffenheim against Leverkusen, being behind with 2 goals and coming back with an amazing run, and the 2-2 equalizer was scored with, I don't know the English word for it, kind of the end of the foot, sorry, 𝐻𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐴, we call it in Germany. And so yeah, Hoffenheim is for me, I really think the biggest surprise in this season, because they had a bad season last year. They started bad, and this year I thought their coach is not really fitting to the club, and now they are in a Champions League spot. And yeah, they are a huge favorite against this Mönchengladbach, which lost 4 games in a row now and collected 17 goals. And that is horrible to watch because I like Gladbach and I like Adi Hütter. But yeah, that is really kind of a mystery why Gladbach is that bad now. And I think that unfortunately they might fire Hütter if he loses again, and he will not celebrate Christmas at Gladbach. Anyway, betting on Hoffenheim, yes, is a must here. We should not bet on the victory directly, because anyway, I'm kind of aware of draws in every Bundesliga game or surprises. So the odds on 𝐬𝐭𝐴𝐻𝐸𝐿 minus 0.25 is 188, and that means if there is a draw, we only lose the half of our bet, and that's okay with the risk and the streak of Hoffenheim. That's a good thing.
Great. Then we have a big favorite, of course, Leipzig, Bielefeld. As we were aware, Leipzig, they are still really bad away from home, and they couldn't beat Augsburg, as we just mentioned. But at home, of course, the whole season they are being way stronger. And Bielefeld, they are coming from a great victory, actually, against Bochum that surprised us a little bit. We were supporting Bochum in that game. The thing with Bielefeld, in case someone wants to bet on Leipzig winning big this game, is that they don't concede a lot in the last 5 away games, all of them under 2.5 goals.
That's for sure an option, but Leipzig is also one of the biggest disappointings in the league, and now they changed their coach to Domenico Tedesco. Second game not losing, but not winning in Augsburg is a little bit too less for Leipzig ambitions. Winning against Bielefeld at home should be a safe bet and a sure thing for Leipzig. But anyway, last game day, Bielefeld surprised us. I said the bookmakers know something, because Bielefeld was favorite against Bochum, and Bochum was in good run. And so Bielefeld, is clearly better than position 17. They are drawing a lot, 7 draws in 16 games, and they're not conceding a lot of goals, only 22 goals, and they have a great keeper with Ortega, who is one of the best keepers in the Bundesliga. So Leipzig only conceded 2 goals less, and that's why I think Leipzig is clear favorite, but I won't bet on this small odds on Leipzig, and I won't consider any handicaps, because on a good day like last week when Leipzig was playing at home, they can beat any opponent with 2 or 3 goals in advantage or more, and that is what the bookmakers expect in this game. I also expect this a kind of way, but I don't see a really fair odd here, because Bielefeld only lost with 1 goal against Bayern Munich, remember, and it's not a team anyone beats easily, and that's why Leipzig can also have problems here.
I found Radek under 3 goals. Odds are 1.97, given the stats that games we usually don't see many goals.
But I'm always aware of Leipzig's strikers, because you just have to Yeah, Andre Silva is a fantastic striker, and he scored now against Augsburg a brilliant goal. And yeah, maybe he's now getting back to his regular form he had at Frankfurt. And the other Leipzig players like 𝐿𝐭𝐴𝐴 or Forsberg are always able to score. And maybe Tedesco is the right fit for them. So I think it's too dangerous to speculate against a minor team like Bielefeld that there are low goals, only because they didn't concede a lot of goals in the past. And I think this is too dangerous and not really a big win here. So
okay.
Just don't touch games with high favorites and clear underdogs. And so.
Then let's move on to the next game. We have Bochum, Union Berlin. As we spoke, Bochum lost with Bielefeld, but at home they are very strong. In the last 5 home games, 3 victories, 2 draws, and Union Berlin, it looks like after a great year, and of course it's been a great season, perhaps they are a bit tired. They drew with Freiburg, and especially away from home, they are struggling. 2 draws and 2 defeats in the last 4 games away.
Yeah, and they are the first and only team which lost against Furth this season. So yeah, they are really not that dangerous on the away fields, and that leads to a favorite position of Bochum in my eyes. But to bet on Bochum after losing against Bielefeld is kind of without any point. And but a draw is an option here as well. But I don't like to bet on these 2 teams because they are kind of unpredictable, as we've seen in a lot of Bochum games. They collect a point against Dortmund, then afterwards they lose against Bielefeld. Maybe we have a kind of Dortmund Fluch, Dortmund curse as well, as we say at the Bayern Munich games. If a team plays good against Bayern Munich, they won't win the next game, and that obviously happened to Bochum after making a good game against Dortmund. They didn't win against Bielefeld, which might seem easier to make points. And on the other hand, now they're playing at home against the weak team Union Berlin. That's a clear game. Everything can happen. Just throw a coin, and whatever happens would be right. And betting on a draw is an option, but I really don't like the draw here that much, because I think it's more likely than one of these teams is winning, because they're kind of all or nothing teams, and they want to win every game, and if they are behind, they might lose it easily than coming back. And that's why I just don't want to bet on draw here. Another option, as we've seen a lot in the past, and I think it was successful, betting on both teams to score here, 1.8. Bochum at home is a good team to score, and Union Berlin is also able to score anytime, because they have a lot of different players in different situations. They're good in standard situations, and so they're good in counter-attacks, and they are always dangerous. They scored 10 goals away. That's not that much, but they also scored only 12 goals at home. So I think it's possible for them to score, and that's an option.
Both teams to score. Then, and the last game on Saturday, we have Hertha Berlin, the Borussia Dortmund. Hertha again getting thrashed. It's a year, to be honest, to forget. At least they stayed in the Bundesliga 1, but only 1 point away from the playoff. At least when they are playing at home, they are a bit stronger. 2 victories and 2 draws in the last 4 games. And Dortmund, we know that they struggle way more when they are playing away. Actually, they are 6th in the table in away games. Could you see a surprise?
Not really. I know that Dortmund had problems against Bochum, and Hertha home stats is really amazing with 4 games in a row not losing at home. It's not really that what I expect of a team in this situation. But Dortmund, as we've seen against Furth, was not a good game of them against Furth, but they won easily 3-0 with a Haaland again in every game getting better. And this is a thing I don't bet against Haaland. And this guy is the best player of the world in my eyes. He's better than Lewandowski, I think, because he's complete. He's faster. He's more. He's stronger. He has a better shot in any. Where Robert Lewandowski is the best. Besides, Haaland is even better in my eyes, and that's why this guy is the reason why Dortmund is on position 2. Without him, I think they will be behind some other teams. But against Hertha, I think they are not able to keep Haaland away from their goals because they conceded 4 goals against Mainz. So I think it's an option just betting on a win of Borussia Dortmund here. We get odds of 1.65. I expect not a huge win. I think they will make it maybe 2-1, 3-1. Kind of this, but at the end, Haaland is the reason why I trust Borussia Dortmund in this game. So don't disappoint me, Erling.
We saw actually him saying goodbye to the fans, maybe just wishing Merry Christmas to the Dortmund fans in the last game after scoring a brace against Furth. And on Sunday, we have 2 more games. Freiburg, Leverkusen. This is a good one for the Champions League. Freiburg, they are falling in the table. Only 1 victory in the last 6 games. But, well, they can still be in a very good place finishing this 2021. Leverkusen, 3rd right now, conceding a lot of goals, though, also scoring. They drew against Hoffenheim after that defeat against Frankfurt. The last away game was a 5-2 defeat against Frankfurt. Perhaps again we see many goals here.
Yeah, but Freiburg is not likely to concede a lot of goals. They have the best defense in the league. 15 goals only conceded. That's why they are in that good position, and they played such a brilliant year 2021. They conceded 1 goal less than Bayern Munich, and especially at home, they only conceded 8 goals. That is, was really good. So even if Leverkusen is a good scoring goals with Patrick Schick scoring again, and it's insane which goals Schick made that are not only pushing the ball over the line like Wout Weghorst mostly does. Schick scores headers from 16 meters away, and just jumping into the ball and kicking it volley. And it's an awesome player, Schick. I love him because he's from Czech Republic, my favorite country. That's why I'm called Radek. So Schick is dangerous for sure. But I think it's too dangerous to bet against these Freiburg defense. And we've seen a lot of teams in the top positions having really big problems at Freiburg. And I think Leverkusen could also be defeated or at least losing points. Because as I said in the last videos, Leverkusen is kind of mentally weak when it comes to Christmas every year. They are good till December in the standings, and then somehow they drop. And we had just the fun and thought maybe it's because they don't like the cold and they are too weak. And they proved it again. They were leading 2-0 against Hoffenheim, and they gave the points away at the end. And so I don't think they are favored at Freiburg, but I don't want to bet on Freiburg. But also in this game, I like the draw on 3.6 around. And another other option is that we see not that many goals, because I think, watching Leverkusen and their strikers, you can expect goals, but on the other hand, for Freiburg, should concentrate on their defense and not allowing too much. And under 3 goals is 1.77. That is an option, but at the end, I'm a draw guy, and that's why I'm betting on the draw here with 1/3 of a unit.
Maybe you also like the draw in the last game then of the year, Cologne. Stuttgart has been a great year for Cologne, a struggler last season, of course, but they could stay in the Bundesliga, and now they are 10th, so good job after beating Wolfsburg. But for Stuttgart, I think they are going to fight until the end to avoid at least the playoff spot. Well, we expected them to lose against Bayern Munich. Nothing to say about that. What do you expect in this Cologne-Stuttgart?
Yeah, that is kind of pity that the bookmakers give Cologne low odds as favorite, because I expected a kind of a balanced odds here, as Cologne also had some weak games and hard to predict. But at the end, I'm disappointed because Stuttgart lost that high against Bayern Munich. We can exclude this game, but the last results were not bad from Stuttgart. On the other hand, I think Cologne at home is way better, and they are the 7th best team in the league. They only lost 1 game at home, and this was against Augsburg, a kind of surprise. So I think they might win this game at home closely, but the odds for me, I think, are too low. I always like Asian handicap zeros around 1.7, 1.8, but we don't get really good odds here, and betting on Stuttgart is for sure no option after the last game. And considering that there can be a draw is attractive, because we get odds of 4 on a draw. But I'm tending to Cologne, so I rather don't bet, and I think Cologne is winning, but the odds are really not that attractive for that, because you have to imagine that Cologne lost against Augsburg at home, and a draw is also possible. And in all of these games, because it's the last game before Christmas, would be great if we see a lot of presents, a lot of goals. And I think this is an option here, 1.7 on over 2.5 goals. Both teams are, Cologne is a good scoring team, and Stuttgart, as we saw last game, has not the best defense. So this is for sure here an option. And I have a problem with both teams to score here, because we need both teams to score. And if we bet on over 2.5, we just rely on one team as well. If Cologne wins 3-0 and we win this bet, but we don't win the both teams to score bet. And that's why I like more the over goals bet here, because also the odds are better for that.
Let's go for that then. Over 2.5 goals in our last game, Radek. And to finish the last video of the year with you, let me know which games we can put together in your ACCA.
Yeah, I give you a Christmas X bet, double X on Frankfurt versus Mainz. Sure draw. Don't blame me if it's no draw, then it's just not my fault, it's the fault of Frankfurt and Mainz. And the other draw is Freiburg versus Leverkusen. And if we combine these two odds, we get 1 second, around 14. And yeah.
All right.
Love it. And have a good Christmas.
How do you say Merry Christmas in German?
Fröhliche Weihnachten.
Fröhliche Weihnachten then.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad. Happy Merry Christmas then. and see you next year, of course. Thanks, Radek.
Yeah. Thank you.
We have now all the info to bet in this last match day of 2021. What do you think about Radek's picks? Let me know in the comment section, of course, and don't forget to click on the like button, subscribe to our channel, and click on the bell to get notifications. Or also, if you prefer, I want to remind you, we have a podcast for you. Thanks, have a good year, and see you very soon.